Hey there, friends. Oh, Steven Universe for you with your mother and mine?
Stardate.
Hello?
Thursday.
But another Lars episode, I'm
Space
down.
is really big. Everything is messed up. Our Nova thrusters are busted. And getting home is taking forever.
So it seems like after the past two episodes and whatnot, it seems like more time has passed, and yet things are not looking good.
Hey, Captain, should we be writing this down?
Yeah.
Oh, sandwich!
It's a party sub! What exactly are we celebrating?
How are you holding that
Because you're an
sandwich?
emerald, and you rescued me and Connie from the jungle moon. And you have the super fat ships.
No, seriously, how is that sandwich still being held up right now? Is that being held together with glue?
So you'll be back on Earth in no time.
Gorilla
It's only
glue?
super fast when it works.
Captain Lars, I've
Hi, Fluorite.
rerouting.
Power from the gravity engine to the Nova thrusters?
Let her finish, though.
Forward on the thrusters.
Right away, Captain. Yes, Captain.
Oh, but this sounds exciting. Oh.
Captain Lars, don't use the thrusters. We're going to lose power.
Thank you, Paparasha, but you're right, you're so right, though. But it seems like things are not looking as good.
Thanks, Padradsha.
We love her.
Hey, if we're gonna be drifting a while, there's somebody I'd like you all to meet.
Oh,
Are they bigger than that sandwich?
Maybe a few pickles bigger.
how, what,
Bigger than you?
a few
I
pickles
mean,
better.
They don't have to be.
They,
Fine. Bring 'em
wait, they?
over.
Oh,
Twins!
I was expecting Sapphire and Ruby. I was expecting Ruby and Sapphire when Steven said day. But Steven shapeshift, the Garnet shapeshift thing counts too.
Another Steve.
But they get to meet another fusion.
More of you?
Oh, Garnet.
A fusion? He's going to bring back another Steven.
This is Garnet. She leads the crystal gems back on Earth.
Just look at you all.
Oh.
You must be rhodonite. A ruby and a pearl.
Oh, thanks to Garnet. Oh, Ruby and a Pearl. How they end up fusing? But the fact that Garnet is so happy, like, oh, fusions.
That must have been a story. I want all the details. And you must be the Rutal twins. I've never seen anyone like you.
Oh, look at Garnet
We're
go.
like this.
Fluorite.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh yeah.
You're just like beautiful.
Oh,
And here's Paparazza, an orange sapphire.
yeah. An orange sapphire. That's it. I know that Paparasha is a sapphire, but orange, yeah.
How rare.
I predict you're going to make everyone uncomfortable.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
not nice to make fun of us like that.
Haven't
But
you guys heard a compliment?
she
before?
wasn't.
A what? What's that?
You know, it's when someone says something nice about you.
Oh,
Who
they
would say
didn't
nice
under.
things about gems like us?
Oh, come
Completely
on.
inappropriate, and so are you.
Oh yeah, because the whole world is like, oh, fusions like you are horrible and everything. They don't understand how different things are on Earth.
We should all be ashamed.
Oh, Stephen. These gems feel just like I did before I met Rose Quartz.
Mm.
Quartz?
Oh,
What?
You met Rose Quartz?
They were
And you
aware of her?
survived?
You guys know about Rose?
She was the anti-gem, an organic beast
The
that burst
anti-
out of Earth's crust and vowed to destroy all gems.
no, wait, hold up. Hold up. Though, yeah, I'm pretty sure Homeworld is like saying Rose Quartz is evil because, she shattered Pink Diamond, and the diamonds are like, make her sound the worst ever.
No. She was made from a vein of hyper-defective quartz.
Oh.
Malformed quartz gone haywire.
Don't be silly. Rose quartz isn't real.
Oh, not real.
Rose quartz?
Come on, everyone.
I love the delayed reaction right there.
Let me tell you the story of the real Rose Quartz.
Oh, here we go.
The diamonds, unique in their flawlessness,
Oh.
sought to expand their perfection across the galaxy.
Hold on. We got to see the silhouettes of the diamonds, and after the Jungle Moon episode, we got to find out how small Pink Diamond was? Pink Diamond really is a child.
And it was for this purpose that Pink Diamond chose her first colony, the planet Earth.
Ah.
Every gem was made to serve Pink Diamond, each with a role to play in Homeworld's perfect empire.
This is nuts, though.
Their existence was ordinary. They were life forms only meant to fit their mold, and no one had ever dared to think otherwise.
Oh, look at Rose. But also at the same time, it's like, now that we know what Pink Diamond looks like, and now we know about her, now we're knowing more about Pink Diamond.
Until there was Rose Quartz. In stature, she was no different than any other quartz.
But she was very
For a
different with
time,
that
she
big
did her
hair.
best to carry out her diamond's bidding.
Oh,
However, she began to take notice of her strange colony and the life that existed there.
ah.
Curiosity turned to appreciation.
It makes sense. She got to experience the Earth. You know, pretty much like how Peridot and Lapis came to love the Earth. Well, more Peridot.
Appreciation turned to fondness. And
Aww.
fondness turned to love.
Oh.
Soon, she was unable to keep her finding secret.
I
She
mean, I
began
get
asking
it,
her fellow
though.
gems if they knew of the life on Earth and what they made of it.
Oh, so she pretty much like, you know, radicalized them into, you know, knowing that the Earth is much more beautiful than taking it over, you know? But also, I want to know how many humans did Rose fall in love with before Greg, you know?
She continued to pry her fellow kindergartners with questions so odd that word of her eventually made its way to Pink Diamond. Rose Quartz was summoned at once. Quartz, began Pink Diamond, what have you been saying down there? My diamond, Rose pleaded. It has come to my attention that your colony, Earth, bears life.
No, I get it. I'm sure that Rose Quartz told this story to Garnet, and Garnet must have kept it in her heart forever, you know, to tell the story again, you know? The legacy of Quartz.
While I know these organic life forms serve no purpose, I ask that we leave this planet and spare their lives.
They serve
Pink
no
Diamond
purpose.
thought for a moment, and then laughed. A wicked, empty sound.
Oh.
You wish to save
Wait.
these life forms at the expense of our own?
The laugh, the way the hand is, that is the Japanese like villain, like woman villain laugh right there. The
Don't be absurd. Return to your post and I will forget your insolence. And Rose Quartz was dragged back to her kindergarten for duty. Only Rose could no longer stand to continue aiding in the destruction of Earth. She had
So
no
that's
choice.
where it began.
She had to fight.
And became a rebel. But also, I want to know that when she became a rebel, all of a sudden she went from, you know, gemware to a dress.
Is this what you want? To inject? To build? I've seen a life that exists for itself, and it lives here. Will you destroy it, or will you join it? Rose's message began to resonate to Pink Diamond's dismay. Her colony was falling apart. So like a coward, she called for her diamond allies, Yellow and Blue, to help.
Oh, of course, the child yells back to the adult, "Help me, my Rose Quartz is defecting!"
But Rose also found herself with allies.
Oh?
Other gems that were cast out for being wrong. A pearl who belonged to no one.
Oh, Pearl!
Bismuth, who brought
Bismuth!
tyrants. An entirely new fusion.
And Garnet!
And countless others, all inspired by Rose to live for ourselves on Earth.
No, this is sick though. Also, I am loving the coloring. This is awesome.
She was our leader, and Earth was our precious
Look at
home.
Garnet's
And those who fought to
colors.
save it became known
And the
as
flag.
Crystal Gems.
Unbelievable. There were gems like us fighting.
For their freedom?
It makes a lot of sense because, you know, on Homeworld, you have to listen to their stories, their news, their propaganda pretty much, telling you what to think, what to say, how to feel, you know? Then they hear the real story and they're like, wait a minute, this isn't like Homeworld stories.
Yes, and we were fearless. It was an impossible fight, but we fought anyway.
You see how happy
The more
Garnet
judges
is?
joined, the more who joined. But Pink Diamond's forces proved too strong.
Oh.
Rose feared that soon she would have nothing left to protect.
A lot of gems did
Rose quartz.
lose their lives.
And shattered Pink Diamond.
But
For
how?
all time from her reign of terror.
The thing is, it shows right there that somehow Rose's sword, which only hits the form and proofs the gem but not shatters it, we see from Rose's story that Pink Diamond was shattered. Rose Quartz is hiding something. She's hiding the truth about it. What did she really do?
Oh, I can't believe it.
Your mom did all that? That's awesome.
Wait, what about the rest?
Oh.
What happened after that?
The other diamonds were furious.
Oh,
In a
wait.
last-ditch attempt to wipe out
There's
their valley,
White.
The diamonds launched a direct attack against Earth, and in their fury, they used their powers to end the fighting. Once and for all.
Oh, was that the giant flash? We knew that there was a giant flash that ended the war right there. It was their attack? Oh.
I predict this story won't have a happy ending. We were all told different stories, but they all ended the same way.
With Rose Quartz being defeated.
She didn't
This
really.
new version of the story
lose,
is even
though.
worse. So she was great, and they beat her?
So yeah, she was defeated, but in the end, she pretty much won. Got to fall in love with Greg, made Steven, all that stuff right there. Then we now know about the shattering and how much she's a war criminal and everything.
What are we supposed to get out of this? That we can never win?
We haven't yet, but we can, and we will. They said they
The rebels
annihilated
still
Rose's
live.
rebellion, but here we are. They said they annihilated all of you on Homeworld, but here you are.
Oh,
They're
Garnet.
on the run, but they're the ones that are running from the truth, and the truth is, we are everywhere.
I gotta say, I really freaking love Garnet when she gets like this, though. Like, we hear Garnet speak so much, and the fact that she's, like, happy about this, the fact that she finds more fusions, more rebels, and she's like, yes, she is charged up.
But how many more of us can there be?
Way more than you think. I was only on Homeworld for like an hour before I ran into you guys. There must be
Oh.
off-colors all over the place.
There might be
Rose
more.
used to say there was something about Earth, something that set gems free. But it's not just Earth. Look at you. Love, freedom, it's universal.
She's
You can
right.
Every moment you live as yourselves, you can show everyone.
Man, Garnet is really inspiring, though. Like, even I feel inspired, and I'm not a gem.
We can do that.
Not while we're floating out here like sitting ducks. Fluorite, let's take another look at
It
that
all
engine.
worked out.
Okay,
They're all pumped up.
before we can activate the thrusters, we're gonna need to restart the core.
How do we do that?
But also, did you see Steven, like, touch his gem right there? It's like, yeah, the stories about his mom are great, but then Steven also knows the truth, the shattering, the war crimes and all that.
We'll figure it out together.
Hey, Garnet? When Connie and I were stranded on the Jungle Moon,
Oh.
we saw something.
The dream.
Of Pink Diamond.
Hmm.
When Blue Diamond came to Earth, I had dreams where I saw through her eyes, and I was crying her tears. If I'm having the same dreams about Pink Diamond, what if that means she's still out there?
Still out there? Wait, is that the... Could that be what he concluded to? I haven't thought about that. Steven had dreams through Blue Diamond's eyes, and she's there, but... Huh.
And she's gone, Steven.
But...
Your mother made sure of that.
Yeah,
But I felt such a strong connection.
every story
You
said she
have
was shattered.
empathetic powers the other gems don't have. You're unusual, Steven, like them and like me. It's not something to fear. It's something to celebrate.
Come on,
Garnet.
come on.
The fact that Garnet's being such a mom right now, Steven's like up, like on her, like leaning on her lap, and Garnet's just like rubbing his hair and all that. Like, that's sweet. But it's like, so what? If Pink Diamond really is out there, have we just been lied to the entire time?
Strange. The core should have come online by now. I predict that Captain Lars will be pressing the wrong button.
Oh.
Pavarasha. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Paparaja. Thank you.
Does that mean you can get
That
back to
was
Earth?
the issue?
Quite. The Nova thrusters still need repairs.
So just another step to do, but they are getting another step closer to Earth, which means that Lars and the others will be reaching Earth soon.
We can hit
That
up
is
the
good
nearest colony
news.
for parts. A rhodonite. Tell me there's one nearby.
Well, we aren't far from one of Yellow Diamond's asteroid mines.
Oh.
That place will be crawling with Agate's captain. It's incredibly dangerous.
So are we.
Oh, look at Lars. Look at that nerd. Do you see that nerd, though? Lars is such a nerd, but he is being himself, and that's what matters. Of course, when you have a cape, you gotta move like that and everything. But no, this was a great episode. We got to know a little more about Pink Diamond's, colony on Earth and how Rose Quartz, rebelled from, from destroying the Earth and whatnot. I do love it when they do like a different art style right there with the colors and everything. We got to know a little bit more about the war and how it truly ended, because we knew there was a flash of light. We knew there was a flash of light. The centipedal. Yeah, the centipedal. We know when, they were pretty much like half formed and whatnot, telling the story, crying out, going, "Ah, ah, ah, ah," and there was a flash of light. Like, everything just disappeared. It just seems like Rose Quartz and the gem survived, but everybody else was gone. But of course, I take it that with Bismuth, that, because of the whole, like, shattering point, Rose had to bubble her up. Because at the end, it was Rose, Pearl, and Garnet at the end, right? Yeah, you see right there, Bismuth was nowhere to be found, so I take it that the argument about the shattering point and her getting bubbled happened before all of this right here. But insane episode, another story. It was great hearing Garnet say all of that, and also her excitement for seeing all the fusions here. Like, everything was pretty good. Like, just hearing Garnet talk for a long while, like, I would listen to an audiobook with Estelle talking, She does a great job, and so far, like, we're learning more about the diamonds now that we've seen what Pink Diamond looks like. Steven's bringing up some crazy questions, and now I'm just wondering, what if Pink Diamond is still alive? But Yellow and Blue just kept saying that she was shattered, so it was like, has everyone been lied to if Pink Diamond is still alive? Have we been lied to? The Diamond's been lied to? I don't know, but either way, I'm curious to see what is gonna happen next. But of course, hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment about what you think, and subscribe if you haven't done so. I'll catch you next time.